In our video of why Neo looks like an old man when looking in the mirror, most of the comments we received were from people claiming that the man in the mirror looked similar to Agent Smith. So has Smith returned? Well, some clues indicate that this character may be back. Are you curious? Then welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
When we first saw Old Man Neo in the mirror, the first thing that popped into our heads was that the architect changed Neo's RSI so that he would not be found by the red pills. But for many of you, the similarities between Neo's reflection in the mirror and the former Agent Smith is undeniable. But if this is the case, how is Neo seeing Agent Smith in the mirror? Is the agent still alive? When Neo destroyed Smith, he entered his code and destroyed him from the inside. This caused not only the destruction of Smith's shell, but it was the trigger for the architect to replace the agents, the creation of the upgrade agents. Smith was ordered to return to the source to be eliminated, but something changed.
Our connection. I don't fully understand how it happened. Perhaps some part of you imprinted onto me, something overwritten or copied. It is at this point irrelevant. What matters is that whatever happened for a reason. You destroyed me, Mr. Anderson. Afterward, I knew the rules, I understood what I was supposed to do, but I didn't. I couldn't. I was compelled to stay, compelled to disobey.
This is important to the theory of why Neo could be seeing Smith in the mirror. Just as Neo copied a part of his code into Smith, the same may have happened in reverse. A part of Smith could have been copied into Neo. Remember, just as Neo entered Smith's code, Smith assimilated Neo. Assimilation has prolonged effects than just being destroyed. When Smith assimilated Bane, Maggie explained that there was something wrong with his brain.
Yes, sir, it was negative. But he is showing a lot of unusual neural activity. Some cross-synaptic firing as well as signs of recent trauma, with fresh fibrotic scarring throughout the cortex.
Smith replaced Bane's consciousness, so a part of Smith could remain inside Neo, explaining why he sees the agent in the mirror. But are there any clues to this being true? Many of you have mentioned that Neo's reflection looks like a combination of him and Smith. There is also a scene in the teaser where Jonathan Groff appears with his mouth fused shut, just like what happened to Neo. Thomas is suffering from post-traumatic stress. So is the Smith code re-emerging inside Neo? Although this theory sounds interesting, we don't believe it to be correct. Our opinion that Neo's reflection in the mirror is his residual self-image modified by the architect still stands. So we can rule Smith out of the trailer, right? Well, no. In another clip, a man is punching Neo similar to how Smith was punching him in the train station fight. Then we see Neo and the mystery man leaping and hitting each other. Again, similar to the train station fight scene from the first movie. Agents often use guns against the red pills. They rarely resort to hand-to-hand combat, but Smith's hatred of Neo is more intimate. So is Neo fighting Smith in these clips? Another scene that made us think of Smith was Jonathan Groff. He was standing next to a window similar to Smith when he was interrogating Morpheus.
Have you ever stood and stared at it, marveled at its beauty?
Did you know that the first Matrix was designed to be a perfect human world?
Groff talks to Neo about returning to the Matrix.
To be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
And as we mentioned earlier, we see Groff without a mouth. It's as if Groff is toying with Neo, trying to make him remember that horrific event. So is Groff connected to Smith? With the visual references and the fight scenes, Smith's presence in the trailer is tangible. However, actor Hugo Weaving did not return for Matrix 4. Scheduling conflicts prevented him from reaching an agreement with Lana Wachowski. This means that Smith was originally written in the script. But just because the actor is not in the film, does not mean that the character isn't. Perhaps many of you have forgotten that much of Agent Smith's story did not occur with Hugo Weaving. Smith assimilated Bane. The actor who played Bane was uncanny to Weaving's Smith. This is extremely important, as no character in the Matrix universe is limited to a single form. Both humans and programs can switch shells or residual self-images. This rule expands the story possibilities and allows the characters to continue on existing without the original actors. Case in point, the tragic death of Gloria Foster, the original Oracle who died during the filming of Matrix Reloaded. She was then replaced by Mary Alice. This caused a crisis during the production, but the writers were able to explain the change of casting logically by creating a subplot where the Oracle sacrificed her shell for Sati.
Can you tell me what happened to you?
2 programs that I trusted sold the termination code of my original shell to the Merovingian.
Why did they do that?
For love. For the life of their child.
You knew about it, and yet you let it happen.
I had to.
Why?
Because the child is important. I can't tell you why, but I believe that one day the child will change both our world and your world forever.
All of this means that any character in the Matrix can be replaced without affecting the movie as long as there is a justification. But how can Smith's return be justified? Maybe Bane is not the only red pill that was possessed by Smith. The Smith virus could be hiding in Zion, waiting for the right moment to return to the Matrix. There is also the possibility that part of Smith's code was left inside a Matrix program, just like in one of the quests in Matrix Online. And there is a possibility that the Merovingian has a sample of the Smith virus. Remember that the Merovingian often collect exiled programs to turn them into pawns. The Merovingian has been rumored to be capable of modifying programs as well as desserts, explaining how he has so many programs at his command. Who better to modify and weaponize Smith than the Frenchman? The Merovingian's absence from all the Matrix 4 teasers and the trailer is odd, as well as the absence of other returning Matrix characters. But that is a topic for another video. But do you agree? Is that Smith who we see in the mirror?
Do you feel not like yourself? Has depression led you to question reality? Do you have an extreme desire to jump off a building? You may be suffering from a strange neurological condition caused by an imbalance in the brain known as VDTs. Folly Bridge has the solution for you. Introducing Entalofloxacin, the world's first and only blue pill you will ever need to start your day right and simply forget all your troubles, literally. Ask your doctor about Entalofloxacin today and join the millions living in blissful ignorance.
For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.